Hello, everybody. Peace and power to all. Today, we're discussing how life is an empty canvas, and you may paint on this canvas however you please. But I do recommend painting on it that which brings you the greatest fulfillment, which is simply by engaging and doing your purpose. So, now, for all my advanced occultists, for my advanced esoteric specialists, for all the people that understand that we are a spirit that created a specific form of a mind, and we are all a fallen angle, meaning that we are a specific daemon, we are a specific universal composition of energies where we are a cloud of thoughts and feelings, a cosmos that is experiencing itself based on an imprint that the universe has created. We are here to overcome certain challenges, certain limitations that we have set upon ourselves in order for us to even come down to this flesh. And we're learning to get back into our spiritual nature, our spiritual space, so we can create new awarenesses and new experience rather than being stuck on old, outdated ones, right? And a lot of the times, we're inside of a world where spirits practice what is known as witchcraft on each other. Now witchcraft has never been good and evil, but when you have the intention to hurt, harm, and defraud someone else, where you see spirits and people trapped inside of mental concepts, constructs, such as religion, such as political systems, monetary systems, just perceptions and ways of perceiving the world. While you have to understand that the rulers of the world, the Dark Lords, they understand the process of destruction and reconstruction, destruction and creation, where they balance the two forces to create the reality as they please. Because every previous civilization we have been in, really we have been ruled over by another overlord spirit with a concept to make us look at life in a particular way. You may be an advanced spiritual philosopher. You may be a great medical biology doctor. You may be a great mathematician based on understanding the true spiritual laws and not getting lost in these things where you can give people a starting point, but you show people the true starting point. See, I, my mind, just like your mind perhaps, has been filled up, clogged up with all these concepts to the point that we have been so polarized and so lost in our left brain natures, in our reason and our logic, in our ideas, things that have to do with the external world. See, this is why in today's society, we are constantly seeking external things that have nothing really to do with the internal essence. Because if you really truly understand the universe, you came from nothingness and we created something from nothing just via our own observations, which gathers a periodic table, which then condenses into density, creating this body and this reality. And we all did this collectively and together to even create this shape and form and things of that nature. But a lot of the times we get stuck in these things and we forget that we created these things from the subconscious, the unconscious, the feminine. This is why the feminine energy is so oppressed and suppressed. And a lot of these things are inverted and perverted to the point that today's society, we have females that are very masculinized, especially in the West, and we have masculine men that are very feminine, right? Where the role of these things is inverted and perverted and destroyed. So we don't know how to build, and we need an overarching overlord to build for us. This is why it's going to be very important, and it's going to be very of the utmost urgency for you to begin to connect with yourself inwardly, so you can connect with the true attributes and characteristics that make you you. Because you are a unique expression of God and you are an individual expression of God. However, you may perceive your existence at this moment in time. You may have a very low self image, a very negative self image that basically puts you at a disharmony with your attributes and characteristics rather than creating harmony so you can actually express yourself in a very balanced state. Because we know we're in a world that purposely polarizes us so we don't know how to paint our own image. See, the moment that you understand that the yin realm is nothingness and the yang realm, what's external, is something, to the point that for you to even to create a YouTube, you have to speculate on a name for your channel. You have to speculate on the topic of your videos. So all these things come from nothing. But whenever we have a mental firmament and someone else who drawed our canvas for us, we're forever going to be in some type of trap, some type of mental contraction, some type of mental, device running on the hamster wheel, powering up and generating energy for someone else's system, but we're never going to go create our own system. Where in the esoteric tradition, This is actually known as Saturn, the structure, the systems, right? A lot of the times, people seeking status that has something to do with their attributes and characteristics, their purpose, to the point that they come to the conclusion that they have to quit this corporate job. Because when you fight by the sword, you die by the sword as well. So you might live for something only to die by it as well. Even in the animal kingdom, this is actually perceived where lions, or was it tigers or some shit like that, when they get really, really old, they get backstabbed, jumped, and attacked by the other lions because now it's too old. Because it's been the king of the jungle, but now that it's weakened enough, hey, it gets attacked by all the other lions. So this is the life that they want us to live, the Game of Thrones, the Hunger Games. But I'm here to remind you, all wonderful spirits and bodies that are aware, that you are the painter of your reality. You are the painter of your life, and you're more than capable of taking your subconscious, your yin realm, like a canvas, to paint a new reality, to create a new sigil, and vibrate in that sigil frequently, to create a new shape and form to dwell in as a spirit, as an observer, and to begin to radiate that outwardly. Because that is an expression that you created. This body we're in right now, this mind we are in, is an expression that we are created. But a lot of the things, a lot of the attributes and characteristics we have, we give that to the world. We don't know how to go within ourselves, renew ourselves, and create something outwardly, externally new. Because we're forever in this in and out cycle, in and out cycle. But what they did was they made you guys afraid of the subconscious, afraid of the unconscious. They created all types of dogmatism, all types of witchcraft to make you afraid. Oh, don't go in the dark, be afraid of the dark, where you literally, quite literally, close your eyes and go to sleep, and all you see is darkness, and it's so peaceful, it's so calm. So there's nothing for people to be afraid of other than themselves. See, people are simply afraid of their potential. People are simply afraid of themselves. People have been made to believe that going within is bad. You've literally developed inside of your mother's womb. So, how can that ever be bad? See, we perceive things as bad. We create negativity. We perceive things as bad. This is our own perception. This is the failure of the human mind and psyche to catch up to the spiritual nature of things via making us too logical. And see, when you get out of those logical traps, words, letters, you can use these things as a bitch to empower you, to create a ladder and shit like that to climb on as a spirit. But don't forget that we created these things. But if so, don't get stuck in the outer world. Don't get stuck in these beanies, in these clothes, in these microphones. These are things that we create to express our inner world, where the microphone is the representation of your heart chakra, but it's just another way for you to project. The internet is nothing but just another version of our unconscious, subconscious realm, because really we are all actually connected. So these are all things that we use to express the beauty of our spirit, to express the harmony of our spirit. Hopefully, you don't have a very chaotic spirit, and give yourself some grace if that's the case, because we are all a work in progress. We're constantly going to be a work in progress where we're letting go of things and we're creating new things. But sometimes when we create new things, we get lost in our creation and we forget that we are the creators of those things. So we have to keep in mind that, not to get lost in these shapes and forms that we create, because these are just temporarily, just like the land that you are on, you're just temporarily in that land. Just like that vacation you went to, you're just temporarily in that vacation until that form expires so you can create a new form. But now the most important thing is not to let someone else control that process of death and life, because you're supposed to learn to give death to things and give life to things, because that's how you become an artist. That's how you become that's how you use your mind as a canvas, because your mind is just a space, a parameter where shapes and forms can come into existence via your observation, because whatever you give attention to, energy flows, and that becomes like a river, right? And that river flows to whatever destination you want it to flow. It could be anger, it could be hate, it could be worry, it could be doubt, or it could be confidence, it could be faith, it could be love, it could be joy, But these are all shapes and forms that we go in and out of. So don't get stuck in these things, because all these things is experiences where we can make love inverted, or we can make passion inverted. See, you should have really love for your purpose, because they get you lost in having love for, like, a female outsider, where there's nothing wrong with that, but it's really just another Masonic concept to really make you experience a downfall, because you're gonna be thinking like, damn, I was supposed to experience love forever. Where the honeymoon stage is over, you're just gonna experience that calm down. Because and if it was all just about that honeymoon stage, that mental high that you get from being with your new boo boo, now I'm saying, it's gonna go for a downfall, because that was the only, it was just a roller coaster. You were just riding a high. But see, that's what I'm trying to say. Don't let the shadow government, don't let these people that create concepts, the Masons and them, control your ideals of the world, because we create these things. So you might literally create the new next political system. You might be the next person that creates these things. But so long as that we let them direct our attention, we're never going to be able to be a true painter, a true artist, where we literally take our subconscious realm, our yin realm, our subconscious material that gives, and that subconscious material, that darkness gives birth to light. Because what is darkness? Darkness is just the collection of colors. So out of that collection of colors, darkness, literally, light forms come out, and these are spectrums of energies, though, that vary and stuff like that. So we literally take our internal yin realm and we paint things out of it. How do you think you even make music? That shit comes from within. That shit is a reflection of what's going on within. But you have to take care of what's within. You have to take care of what has been done to you by these Masons and Jews. These are certain things you have to be responsible and accountable for, regardless of, you know, how catastrophic it may seem, regardless of how traumatized you may be. Because so long as that you are stuck in an experience, in, some type of energy that you was thrown in, you're never going to be able to be your own artist of life, because you're constantly going to be playing the blame game, the victim game, blaming something externally, where they don't care if you hate it or love it. As long as you're giving it energy, they're going to transmute it. They don't care if you hate or love Joe Biden. They don't care if you hate or love Donald Trump. As long as that you are giving them that energy externally, you're forever going to be the slave of this matrix system that uses both hate and love to power it up. They don't care. As long as it's getting juiced up, they don't give a damn. So become your own artist of life by overcoming your own internal demises, transmuting these things into beautiful shapes and forms, and understand that, hey, we use the subconscious yin realm, just like we use a black brush to draw. You're using your unconscious realm, which filters out many spectrums to create conscious external experiences via these things. You are the artist of your life, and the power is in your hand.